The Cambodian people want change, but there are many obstacles to democracy. The National Election Committee is controlled by the Cambodian People Party. Threat and bribery. 30-day rule, which require that political parties only campaign for the 30 days before the election, even though the CPP can campaign constantly. Misuse of the state resources. The current government use all the state resources to do their campaign and require the government worker to use their time and their own money to bribe the people. There is a control of the media by the government. There is a lack of the political debate. While there are some local debate, the Prime Minister has never debated other candidate. I can tell you that the Prime Minister, any campaign for 30 days, usually he already set up to win already. So he just stay home, saying that this is my custom. I have to stay home for 30 days. After the election done, and he waiting for the winning announcement. That's the way of the Hun Sen. There's a control of the media by the government, and there's a lack of the political debate. That's what I'm just telling you. And also the illegal voters, Vietnamese voters, are imported for the election day. There is a lack of the demographic about voters. There is a lack of the eyeglasses to read campaign literature. There is a lack of the electricity to listen to the radio or television. The consequence of the non-democratic country lead to no checking and balance in the government, weak law enforcement and impunity. That's no respect the constitution. That's in corruption. Poor investment climate of businesses, abuse of human rights, such as the freedom of assembly. The world community no longer has to be held hostage by a cruel and corrupt leader or put their hopes in opposition candidates who lack integrity and have been proven ineffective. There is a third choice, the Khmer anti-poverty party. That's a third choice for the Cambodian country and for the world. I found the Khmer anti-poverty after seeing the rapid decline of my beloved country and seeing no one else focusing on poverty. I knew from living in the democracy of America for 20 years the benefits democracy offers. The most important value we hold in my party is that human life is valuable. Every decision and action flows from that. I am committed to using brilliant mind and best practice to benefit ordinary Cambodians. Dr. Christopher, Professor of Political Marketing, he is an Austrian living in Taiwan. Dr. Anis Ahmad, an environmental engineer from Bangladesh, currently working in the USA. And the environment is very important to a Khmer anti-poverty party. And we want to have experts to help us with it. Dr. Ken Modita, professor in Japan. Dr. Arvind Singhal from India, currently working as a professor in Texas, USA. Dr. Ken Fox, a professor of English and Education, and Kathy Allen is a politician. That is my advisor. Next. The Khmer anti-poverty party focus on poverty. Why this focus? Simply, poverty destroys human life and human potential. Others in the world community agree with us. The World Bank, the Asia Development Bank, and the United Nations all recognize poverty is the real enemy of the human beings. Poverty is the root cause of human trafficking, poor health, corruption, deforestation, domestic violence, drug trafficking, drugs abuse, and depression. How the Khmer anti-poverty plan to fight poverty? Investment in people, their nutrition, health, education, small business development, and mentoring. Non-corrupt environment for international investment. Politics works projects that serve ordinary Cambodian. Cooperates with the NGOs. Preservation of the environment. How the European Union can help? You can help with the citizen monitoring. This is a link of the document prepared by Dr. Max Groming, whom I met at the Asian Political and International Study Association in Taiwan. Please connect me with the financial resources for my basic campaign. Take advantage of your courage, compassion, energy, innovative ideas, and deep commitment to democratic principles. Use me to make our common vision a reality. Please don't let Hun Sen go further down a destruction path. I'm your tool. You can use it. Start from today. This is the beautiful girl we saw at the beginning of this PowerPoint. While she is beautiful, this is the ugly reality of her life. This photo was taken by a young man named Julian Lee, who went to Cambodia for the vacation which changed his life. Please don't believe Cambodian is hopeless. My life is evident that we can overcome the most impossible situation. We will not make a brighter future for Cambodian from analysis of what we see. We will make it from action what we know. This is my speech for the European Parliament. We call love force transform nothing to food. In this PowerPoint, I describe the problem and defeats of Cambodia. But this is not the most important message I can give to you. My most important message to you is Cambodia is not a poor country. She is a rich country waiting for an honorable leader. Do you believe Cambodia is poor? Cambodia has some of the most productive land in the world. Hundreds of kinds of fruit, natural medicines, gems, oil, gold, forest, the power of the Mekong rivers, the Great Tonle Sap Lake, and green power potential. Cambodia is a land of plenty. There is enough for all the people and enough for all animals. Poverty in Cambodia is completely unnecessary. As the Mother Teresa reminds us, poverty was not created by God. It appears someone in Cambodia wants her people to be poor. Please know that the Cambodian people has tremendous strength, talent, and character. Cambodians are smart, kind, wise, generous, hardworking, and naturally artists and engineers. They know how to cooperate to get work done. Listen to the group of Cambodians speaking and count the number of times they say the word Khmer, which means together. They know how to overcome obstacles like hunger and fear. They are creative. Get in their way. They are creative and they know how to transform nothing into food. They don't let the small thing like reality get their way. Let me tell you a short story to illustrate this idea. When my wife and I were in Cambodia, we went to the Buddhist temple compound and observed a small group of barefoot men wearing only shorts, building a very elaborate archway. My wife asked me to ask them how they had to learn to build something so extraordinary. I talked to them and asked about their training. They laughed and said, "We have no education. We barely know how to read and write. We just sit together, imagine, and start." They sit together, imagine, and start. They go forward with courage. I cannot think of better characteristic for the development. Let's not stop them from development themselves and their prosperity. Let's not get in the way by denying the human rights, especially freedom. I would like you to know today the Cambodian only appears poor. But what Cambodian people need is leader they can believe in. They have their interest at heart. They need a modern thinker, a collaborator, a positive humanitarian. They don't need a corrupt killer who wants to sell off the country's wealth. It is time for the victim of the Khmer rules to lead the country. Cambodian people are ready for change. They hunger and pray for change. They are risking their life for change. Especially now that China and Vietnam are grabbing land and resources in Cambodia. The people are protesting. They told me that the government can take away their freedom, deprive them of school, medicine, and food, but to take away their land is not acceptable. They are willing to die to protect their land, which they hold in high esteem. I want the world to listen to the people who are majority. We should not make the mistake made in Egypt and Libya, where we think the leader holds power when he does not. Do not think it is impossible to change the leader of Cambodia. It is not impossible. Cambodian people now know the difference between right and wrong. Sometimes they just act out of the fear